Ever since the Spread Love update came out, a lot of things have changed, mainly with the additions of new rooms and the traits. I'll be covering some useful stuff for speedrunners, as well as some general tips for going fast in Grace. I'll have all the parts of this video timestamped, so feel free to skip around to the parts that you need. Anyways, let's get into it. Alright, let's start off with our settings. This is the ideal setup. Basically everyone uses these settings, except for one, which is sprint toggle. Personally, I like having sprint toggle on, but that's completely up to you. One that you'll definitely need though is camera headlock. Make sure that is off. But yeah, let's go. Why do I have 7 keys, bro? Okay, whatever. Alright, first let's do trimping. Yeah, I'll show off trimping. Perfect, we got this room first up. So, trimping is really quite simple. What you have to do is, first step is just slide into like some sort of ledge, yeah? And then you want to jump like that. But while you do those steps, you want to let go of shift. Yeah, sorry. Like that. And once you notice you've gone flying into the air, you can just start sprinting again. And yeah. For this room here, it's quite different because you can't just jump, slide. It's a weird timing. You sort of have to do the slide and the jump at the same time. Normally I do jump then slide and then let go of shift. As you can see, that worked way better. Door trimping. Obviously door trimping used to be a thing you could do back like before wall kicking was the thing. But there's a new way to do it. So first, if you slide then jump into a door frame, you'll notice you start doing this. If you let go of shift, while doing so, you'll get launched up like that and you can go. Very neat. So if you ever need to get above the door quickly, just bang, like that. And it does work quite well, I will say. So like sort of like this, you know. Oh, you can go pretty high sometimes. It's definitely very useful, and I heavily recommend doing it if you just want to get up in the air quickly, like that. Alright, there's another thing I wanted to cover which is related to trimping, and that is trimping off of this door here. So there's two ways to do it, really, from what I know. The first one is when it's fully down, which is where you'll normally do it. First things first is jump up into the air while sprinting. While you do that, jump and then slide down into it. You'll sort of like get a little, you'll sort of notice your camera like sort of jump up a little bit, or your player model will just like sort of bounce like that. While you're like around maybe here, you want to let go of shift like that. Alright, for the next one, now you got to be ready for this, because I'm going to have to explain this really fast because I won't have long. So basically, once you touch this plate, what you want to do is you want to jump and slide into the store and let go of shift like this. So you want to do that and bang. Sometimes it can send you up higher, sort of depends. Like you can also do that. There's lots of ways you can do it. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I got the room. So let's say that there's basically nowhere to trimp off of. You can't really door trimp, you know. You're kind of just forced to do the lever room. But no, that's actually wrong. All you have to do is just run up to this wall, or either corner, it doesn't matter. Hold down W and D for this corner, and then go jump, wall kick, wall kick. Jump, wall kick, wall kick. And eventually you'll make it over the wall. Like that. Alright, next up is darting. So first things first, with darting, how it works is your vertical movement is transferred into horizontal movement whenever you wall kick. So let's say if I have no vertical movement or little to none, I'm not going to make it that far. But if I have more, you can see I've been pushed further forward. To actually do a dart, first things first, make sure you're sprinting. Alright. And keep in mind, I am using toggle sprint, so remember that, because it'll be different for you if you don't have sprint toggle on. Alright, basically what you want to do is, you want to chain your wall kick and your slide like that, so wall kick, slide. And you want to do that twice, so wall kick, slide, wall kick, slide. It should look something like this, so wall kick, slide, wall kick, slide. Alright, I'm editing this in, like, after I've already recorded basically all the footage. But another way to get more speed while darting is to spam slide down and then start darting. It sort of allows you to gather more vertical momentum to transfer into horizontal momentum. And oh boy does it help a lot. As you can see, that's already a major improvement. Whenever darting, there's also another thing you should be doing, which is called bee hopping. Basically, all you have to do for bee hopping is stay as low as possible to the walls while darting. If you land on a wall while darting, it refreshes how many wall kicks you can do. So every time you land on a wall, that means plus 2 wall kicks again, you know? You can see, I would have none, but since I landed on the wall, I get another 2. And now I get even more. And now I get even more. Yeah, basically that's what you want to do for bee hopping. Parrying, I may as well show parrying now. So first what you want to do is slide into a wall and then turn your camera around like 180 degrees. And if you just face this way, Carnation just doesn't care. You can also do it like way faster. If you're just facing straight forward, you can do that. Hold down S and then slide into a wall like this, ready? Bang. Can't do anything. There's another type of parry where if you open up a door and you basically just face your head right here, you can just do that. Honestly, I prefer wall parrying like this, but worst case scenario, you can just quickly do that, but it's way easier to just slide into a wall. Alright, now we've got traits. Traits do a lot for this game, if I'm being real. Like, they break it a lot, especially the 10-point crampons. Even like speedrunning and playing normally, 10-point crampons are a great choice, especially for speed. Overall, just always have that as a pick. There's no reason not to pick 10-point crampons. They're just so good. Then you can use Goober Cookie, you know, that's another go-to pick. And then, depending on your playstyle, you can pick the Rosary Ring or the Teddy. Sort of up to you, you know. The only thing though with the Rosary Ring is you're more likely to clip through walls, which will make your run an unrestricted rather than a no major glitches run. So yeah, if you don't want to have that risk, then I recommend using Teddy. I mean, even with the 10-point crampons, you can still clip through walls, but like not as easily with the Rosary Ring. At the beginning of a run, normally you would want to do this. Rack up as much lava as you can. I think it's called that, but yeah, that little heart at the top, you want to have that as high as you can. Starting a run, all you want to do is slide into this wall right here and off you go. Don't do that. I'm gonna quickly see how far I can make it, you know, just to show off the true OP-ness of this shit. And you want to try and get as many straight rooms as possible, you know. Like if all the rooms are just straight forward, then that's good. Okay, may want to get stuck on the invisible wall, but yeah, that's basically speedrunning with traits. It's something else, I will say. Now I do want to bring this up. Let me see if I can just get the mod real quick. As you know, if you stand on this plate, it starts the timer. But some entities are bound to the timer, like Goatman, although you wouldn't really deal with Goatman. So if you just get your auto clicker and then you go backwards, you like that. Oh, yeah, that's sort of what happens. So now I am stuck in a wall. Thanks, Grace.
Dad?
Yes, sir.
I have a confession.
Like that. Just like that. Perfect example. So now you can see you're on the outside. Now you're just sort of playing Grace peaceful mode. Almost. It's pretty chill. Obviously, some entities will still spawn, such as Carnation, but like Slate here, because they are room generated. Unlike others that are based off of the timer. They wait for the timer to start spawning. Alright, well that about sums it up. I don't really have much else to say other than the fact that you should upload your runs to speedrun.com. I'll have a link in the description, so feel free to check that out if you do want to upload any runs that you have. Okay, that's all now. Goodbye.